Good evening, my lovely Spockles. How are y'all feeling on this fine Tuesday evening? I'm feeling dandy, a bit tired, but always up for a battle. And in my quest for new challenges, I have joined a new group called Khaotic Plazma Pokémon Battle and Trading Group. And basically, it's a fun group that they have a lot of competitive battles against each other, and they trade amongst each other. They organize tournaments, online tournaments, every so often, and there's even a clan wars thing that you can apply for, but I still need to figure out what exactly that will be, but it certainly looks exciting. And because of that, I immediately went in and I asked one of the admins if they wanted to have a battle against me, because, yep, you know, I have to make a good impression. So in doing so, I have brought pretty much one of my A-team members, of course, and just some other stuff as well, just to try it out. And I'm battling Tabiri. So let's take a look at my team. We have all-star favorite Mega-Venusaur. We have Life Orb Sheer Force Landorus. We have, of course, the Assault Fest Machamp. We have, as you know it, I can't even do a battle anymore without bringing this guy. I'm bringing Akamaru, my rock solid Pokemon choice or whatever, and I'm bringing Donphan because I needed Stealth Rock and Rapid Spin, and I'm bringing Hal Jordan, Choice Band, Reckless, Staraptor, and my opponent is bringing the Latios, Medicham, Chansey. He's bringing an Arcanine as well, which I always respect. Landorus, the defensive form, whereas I have the offensive form, or something like, I don't know, he has the Intimidator, I have the Sheer Force one, and Trevenant. So, very solid looking team. Looking at that, I think Medicham and Latios will be the biggest threats to my team, because I actually have one part of my wall is very weak to Psychic, like Mega-Venusaur is weak to Psychic, Assault Fest Conkeldurr is weak to Psychic, and Staraptor is pretty frail, so he won't be able to take hits from Latios that well. And yeah, Arcanine is a physical wall, so it will be difficult, but we'll see what we can do. Looking at his team though, if I can get rid of the super fast Latios, then basically Staraptor can sweep with a Choice Band, Reckless, Brave Bird. Of course, it will cost him his own life, but I am basically bringing that as my win condition. So without further ado, let's just get this battle on the road, shall we? So, Tabiri is issuing a challenge, and I gladly accept the challenge. I still need to know where I can find that silly Pangoro hat. I love it. I love it. I'm just running around with a beanie. But in any case, I'm leading off with my Venusaur, of course, while he leads off with Trevenant. But I was hoping to get a Mega Evolution early on, but that won't be possible. Predicting the Will-O-Wisp burn, I switch out into my Conkeldurr, and indeed he goes for the Will-O-Wisp, and that just activates my my Guts ability, which is awesome, because getting Guts Conkeldurr early on in the game will mean that I can do a shit ton of damage to whatever is coming in. And of course, predicting the switch and just wanna do some annoying damage, I go for the knockoff right here as he switches in Intimidate Arcanine, so this might be the defensive set that I'll be using as well, but the knockoff with the Guts boost is still doing a shit ton of damage. So I'm not really sure if it was the defensive version, but looking at the damage it did with the close combat, I'm gonna assume that it was, but Guts boosted Drain Punch will still be able to take care of business. So very sorry Arcanine, you're my favorite Pokemon, as you all know, but I still had to kill you. But yeah, Conkeldurr doing damage as he should, and that is great. Basically now he wants to switch in his Landorus, and I might have predicted the Stealth Rock and could have gone for the Ice Punch, but I didn't want to take any risks. I figured he would probably go for the Earthquake, trying to finish me off, and I switched into Hal Jordan, my Staraptor, but he went for the Stone Edge instead, and it missed, so that was very lucky on my behalf, meaning that I'm just gonna go for the U-turn. I predicted him to switch out, so I went for the U-turn, but he didn't. I think he wanted to go for another Stone Edge, so I just went into my Tusk Raider, which is Donphan. Look at that, nice and shiny. It can basically take any hit from this Landorus, and the Stone Edge most definitely. So this is a perfect opportunity for me to set up my own Stealth Rocks, which will of course help me later on in the game. Getting those important kills. As you have known from my last battle video, not getting Stealth Rocks up is a horrible, horrible thing. But this time I get them up. He doesn't really look like he has anything that can go for a Rapid Spin or a Defog. Of course, the only thing that has the Defog is the Latios, so that is maybe a threat. But that doesn't really matter. So I just figured, let's just see. I've got the Sturdy again. He might have the Ice Beam or something like that. But let's just do some damage with the Earthquake. Because it is a Chansey, it will not have leftovers and stuff. So damage is damage, and it was physical. So yeah, it was nice. But he went for the Seismic Toss instead. But that did a decent amount, but not really threatening. But I figured this is another perfect opportunity for me to try and get the Mega Evolution off. Because yeah, the Ice weakness... I have an Ice weakness with Donphan, with Staraptor, with Landorus, so if I can get a thick fat Pokemon up that would as early as possible, that was great. So here I Mega Evolve, and I figured maybe he wants to stay in with the Seismic Toss, get some damage done, so I'll just go for the Leech Seed. Because of the shit ton of HP that my opponent's Chansey will have, I will be able to outstall it. But he switched out into Trevenant, which is nice. He negates my Leech Seed, that's fine, but here I go into my Akamaru, because of course Akamaru cannot be burned. With the Intimidate drop it will easily take a Horn Leech and Phantom Force or whatever he wants to do, but he went for the Curse instead, so that's annoying. I figure it's a Harvest Citrus Berry kind of set so that it can safely run the Curse. But that doesn't really matter. Look at that. It is a decent amount of damage. But I do, now that I know that he has a Citrus Berry, I know that he doesn't have the Lumberry, so I can still burn it. So I went for the Will-O-Wisp, but he switches out and goes into Latios. And Latios is a special sweeper, doesn't really care about the Will-O-Wisp, but... the burn is the burn. It is residual damage, meaning that yeah, it's, you know, I can still I can outstall it a little bit, put it in the range where an Ice Shard from Donphan might be able to take it out. Here I figured if it's not Spexed, I might have lived the Draco Meteor. And then I went for the Morning Sun, but I didn't live it, so I'm gonna assume that it was Specs or Scarfed, and maybe I just overestimated my Akamaru, but that's not possible. How can I ever overestimate Akamaru? But because of the special attack drop, I can get in this guy and get some free initiative, get a free switch initiative, because the Chansey was still there, so going for a special attacking move, which this guy is a special sweeper, was not plausible, but I would get the switch initiative off. So I could have gone, I could have gone for Conkeldurr right here and go for a Drain Punch, but the Ghost type was still real. But anything that switches in on a Choice Band Reckless Brave Bird will die. And this is the proof, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is Intimidate, so I'm losing the Choice Band boost, but nonetheless, look at that. Brave Bird, woo, Hal Jordan going in recklessly without any thought for safety, just attacking that Earth. And one-hit KO with the Stealth Rock and all that good stuff, of course, but still, it's a KO. And at this point, anything will die from a Brave Bird. The Trevenant, this Medicham, or whatever. The only thing that he could have done was send in Latios, which outspeeds my Staraptor, but he had the notion that Staraptor was not reckless, but had Gale Wings instead, just like its Fire-type Brethren, Talonflame. But that is not the case. I do outspeed a Medicham though, and with the Brave Bird, super effective damage. That is just brutal. A brutal, what's it called? Staraptor sweep, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty nice. I love it. I took it as a test. I think I tested it before, but I just wanted to test it again, just to see if I can outspeed some threats, or if I can outspeed some Pokemon, will I be able to do a shit ton of damage. And look at that, ladies and gentlemen. He is still assuming that I have the Gale Wings. That is why I didn't go for the Latios. At this point, I just told him that it is not Gale Wings, it is a Reckless set. And I think he wanted to let me die here from a Brave Bird, so that his Latios will have a safe switch and just start sweeping with the Psyshock, because of course Psyshock, Psychic types, it's pretty powerful against my team. I don't have anything to really resist it, not even immune to it or anything like that, but I still live at 15 HP though, so that means that for one turn, with the Stealth Rock, with the Burn, for one turn I'm rhyming like a motherfucker. For one turn I can stall out the Burn. Oh my god, it just doesn't stop the rhyming. Meaning that at this point in Ice Shard, I still have like 4 Pokemon left, so it didn't really matter because this is his last Pokemon. But the Ice Shard will be in a pretty good range for the kill. So that is what I do, ladies and gentlemen, and that will be the game. So that was a fun match. My opponent made one mistake, assuming that I had Gale Wings, and that basically cost him like 3 Pokemon of his team. But other than that, that was a good battle, good predictions, good switch-ins and all that good stuff. So if you guys want to have a challenge as well, they're very competitive. They're very competitively. They use OU Smogon, Smogon OU rulings. So but you can only bring like 2 super legendary Pokemon. In my case, that was the Landoras. In his case, that was the Landoras and the Latios. But other than that, anything goes. There's an item clause. There's a sleep clause. Anything to get a very nice competitive scene going on. So make sure to check it out. I'll put a link in the description below, and hope to see you guys there. But until then, see you on the next battle. My name was Spockles. Peace out.